They told us a planet could not just disappear. They told us gravity held everything accountable. They told us Earth was too heavy, too stubborn, too bound to its star to ever slip away. But the day it happened, when blue oceans, white clouds, and all our history winked out of every telescope in the galaxy, the universe learned what it meant to underestimate human will. Before we begin, if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. It began not with a weapon, not with a war, but with a whisper. Humanity had long felt the walls closing in. Our cradle was beautiful, but fragile. Rising seas, unstable climates, politics that never seemed to agree. The stars were calling, but the stars were cold. Colonies existed, dusty outposts, metal domes, artificial atmospheres. They were homes, yes, but not Earth. Nothing was Earth. And so the impossible question rose. What if we didn't leave Earth behind? What if we took it with us? The idea was madness. Engineers laughed. Physicists shook their heads. Even dreamers faltered. Moving a planet was like trying to lift the ocean with a spoon. But someone, history never recorded who, planted the seed, and humans, being humans, watered it. Alien observers mocked us. The Zerth, who had terraformed 10,000 worlds, declared our plan an infant's tantrum. The Veil, masters of stellar engineering, swore the attempt would tear us apart. The Galactic Council dismissed it entirely. A minor species, barely interstellar, talking of pulling its entire birthplace through the void. A child scribbling nonsense on the margins of an ancient book. But that was our nature. We scribbled until the nonsense became the story everyone else had to read. The blueprint was staggering. Instead of rockets or drives bolted to continents, humanity devised what they called the Atlas Ring, a colossal band of superconducting structures encircling Earth's equator, grown piece by piece from orbit. It was no mere station. It was a planet-sized engine, threading itself into Earth's magnetic field, pulling on the molten heart beneath our feet. Year by year, the ring grew. Cities adapted to its shadow. Farmers cursed and then blessed it for stabilizing weather. Children looked up and saw a silver line slicing the sky, their bedtime stories filled with dreams of flight. Every nation contributed, not always willingly, but eventually inevitably, and then came the switch. The first tremors were not earthquakes, but sky births. Aurora like none ever seen blazed across latitudes, spiraling ribbons of light wrapping the planet. Oceans swelled in tides not caused by the moon, but by Earth itself, beginning to nudge against the void. At first, it was imperceptible, a tiny drift, less than the crawl of continents. But momentum is patient. The sun, our ancient parent, screamed through the instruments, its gravitational grip strained. We slipped its leash one fraction of a fraction at a time. Humanity had done what no species had dared, unmoored its cradle. Aliens panicked. Empires sent fleets to watch, to interfere, to stop us. They feared the precedent. If a minor species could steal a planet from a star, what would that mean for the order of things? The first fleet arrived 3 months into the drift. 1,000 Veil warships locked their guns on our Atlas Ring. Their message was simple: stop or be stopped. And then Earth answered. Not with weapons of steel or fire, but with something stranger. The ring hummed, frequencies tuned to resonate with the void itself. The warships found their drives faltering, their weapons misfiring. Not destroyed, just unwound. The Atlas Ring had become more than an engine. It was a shield, a pulse, a song that told the universe, "You cannot hold us still." The Veil retreated in silence. Others watched with dread. Humanity was not conquering with war. We were rewriting the rules. As Earth drifted farther, stars shifted in our skies. Constellations bent, seasons broke free of the sun. Some panicked, fleeing to colonies that still orbited Sol. Others chose to stay, clinging to their moving world, declaring it truer home than any fixed point. We passed the orbits of Mars, then Jupiter. Gas giants loomed like ancient guardians, their storms painted larger than any sea. And then, one night, telescopes turned back toward Sol. The sun was smaller now. Earth had left it behind. The galaxy erupted. Some called us thieves of nature, violators of cosmic law. Others called us gods. The council fractured. Species whispered of rebellion, of following our path, of moving their own worlds. And humanity? We simply kept building. The Atlas ring became an Atlas web, layers of latticework, spinning artificial gravity wells to keep oceans steady, air thick, crops green. We learned to shepherd our atmosphere like a living cloak. Soon, Earth was not just drifting, it was steering. We chose directions, aligning toward stars richer, kinder, more suited for what we might become. The day came when Sol's light finally failed to reach us. No dawn rose, no sunset fell. For the first time in 4 billion years, Earth no longer belonged to its star. Aliens expected us to mourn. Instead, we lit the skies. Cities launched radiant sails that reflected artificial suns across oceans. Forests glowed with engineered bioluminescence. Children no longer played under a blue dome, but under a canopy of moving constellations, Earth's sky a canvas we painted ourselves. The galaxy feared Earth because it was no longer a world. It was a ship, a fortress, a declaration. From the depths of the void, humanity broadcast a single message, carried on every frequency, every channel, every tongue we had learned from our neighbors. We will not be caged by orbits. We will not bow to suns. We carry our home wherever we go. If you fear us, so be it. If you follow us, welcome. But know this, Earth is no longer a planet. Earth is the traveler, and humanity travels with it. Some say the stars blinked that night, as if the universe itself paused to hear. Perhaps it did. And so history marked the day Earth vanished, not as extinction, not as exile, but as escape. From then on, when alien maps marked Sol, they drew an empty circle where a blue world should have been. And in the corner, they scribbled one warning, one legend. Here begins the path of the wanderers. Do not follow unless you are ready to move the impossible. Because Earth was gone, and we had taken it with us.